everyone, it's Miss Krista. I'm here to share some new rhymes with you today. I've got different colored houses on the board, and there is a little mouse who lives in one of these houses. So which color should we look under first? I think we should start right in the middle. What do you think? Let's start in the middle with the purple one. Little mouse, do you live in the purple house? Let's see. There is a mouse here. Look at that. There's a mouse that lives in the purple house. But guess what? There are more little mice hiding. Let's keep looking for some more. What color should we try next? Should we try the color of sunshine? Let's try the yellow one. Little mouse, do you live in the yellow house? Let's see. There's another mouse there. Look at, he is a little mouse. He's wearing a little yellow vest, and he lives in the yellow house. But guess what? There's another one hiding somewhere in here. Let's see, what other color should we try today? Should we try orange, like a carrot? Little mouse, do you live in the orange house? Let's see. No, there's no little mouse in the orange house. Let's try another color. We have 4 left. We have 2 on this side, green and red, and 2 on this side, pink and blue. What color should we try? Should we try the color that's the same color as grass? Let's try the green one. Little mouse, do you live in the greenhouse? Let's see. No, there's no mouse living in the greenhouse. Let's try another color. Should we try the red one over here? Little mouse, do you live in the red house? Let's see. Oh, there is another mouse. There's another little mouse who lives in the red house. But guess what? There's one more mouse hiding. Is he hiding behind the is he hiding in the pink house, or is he hiding in the blue house? Let's see. Let's try the blue one first. Little mouse, do you live in the blue house? Let's see. No, he's not there. So is there one more mouse in the pink house? Let's see. Little mouse, do you live in the pink house? Let's see. There is one more mouse. Look at, it's a little pink mouse, and he lives in the little pink house. Oh my goodness, we found 4 little mice hiding. 1 in the pink house, 1 in the purple house, 1 in the yellow house, and 1 in the red house. Let's do a house rhyme together. We're going to first put our hands like this, like a little cup. And this is a nest. Here is a nest for Robin. And now let's put our hands like this. Here is a hive for bee. Now let's make a circle. This is a hole for rabbit. Here is a hole for rabbit. And now let's put a roof over your head. And here is a house for me. You got it. Let's try it together now that we know all the motions. So here is a nest for Robin. Here is a hive for bee. Here is a hole for rabbit. And here is a house for me. You got it. We just saw a nest for Robin in that song. So who lives in this house? Who lives in a nest? That's right. The bird lives in the nest. Let's put him right there. Now, just like in our rhyme, who lives in this house? It's a hive. And that's right. The bee lives in the hive. There's the bee. Can you make your little bee go buzz around the hive? There you go. The bee lives in the hive. The bird lives in the nest. Who lives in the water? There's lots of creatures that live in the water. Oh, I heard fish. You got it. A fish lives in water. I've got a fish right here. And I'm going to put the fish right here. The fish lives in water. The bee lives in a hive. The bird lives in a nest. Who lives in a tree? Who lives in a tree? There's lots of creatures that could live in a tree. But this one that I'm thinking of is a bird. This one can fly. And he says, who? Who could it be that lives in this tree? You guessed it. It's an owl. The owl lives in the tree. There's our tree. There's our owl. Now, who might live in a cave? Who lives in this dark cave? I think it's a big animal. There are lots of animals that could live in a cave, but the one I'm thinking of is very, very big. And he's very, very furry. And sometimes he likes to growl. You got it. It's a bear. A bear lives in a cave. Put that there. And I've got one more spot that someone might live. It's a barn. There are lots of animals that live in a barn. The animal I'm thinking of can be brown, can be black and white. He's got a tail that flicks away the flies. He likes to say moo. I think you got it now. It's the cow. The cow lives in the barn. Think of other animals that might live in a barn. What else might live in a barn? Maybe a horse or a chicken? There's lots of other animals that live in the barn, but we have a cow here today. Let me show you a rhyme about a little house. Here is a little red house. And inside the little red house, there is a little greenhouse. And inside the little greenhouse, there is a little yellow house. Inside the little yellow house, there is a little brown house. Inside the little brown house, there is a little blue house. Inside the little blue house, there is a little purple house. Inside the little purple house, there is a little orange house. And inside the little orange house, there is a little white house. And inside the little white house, there is a teeny tiny teddy bear. And the teeny tiny teddy bear has a hug for you. Can you give yourself a big bear hug? Wrap yourself up like a big bear hug. Let's sing a song about a house. Let's start with a bird. A bird builds a nest. A bird builds a nest. Hi-ho the dairy-o, a bird builds a nest. A bee builds a hive. A bee builds a hive. Hi-ho the dairy-o, a bee builds a hive. A rabbit digs a hole, a rabbit digs a hole. Hi-ho the dairy-o, a rabbit digs a hole. And now where do we live? We live in a house. We build a house, we build a house. Hi-ho the dairy-o, we build a house. That's right, we all live in a house. Some houses are big, some houses are small. Some houses look a little different. Some houses are nests for birds. Some houses are hives for bees, or caves for bears, water for fish, trees for birds, or barns for the farm animals like a cow. Thanks for joining us today. We'll see you soon.